When you let things flow, you notice everything starts to fall together for you. When you try to control, everything goes left, right, upside down. When you could have just let go and things are going to happen the way they're going to happen regardless. You controlling certain things could make the situation worse. Because you trying to control is you not having faith in you. That's you not trusting. That's you naturally put yourself in a position of lack, which is not going to attract the things you want to attract. It's very counterintuitive, and it takes some time to actually conceptualize this. But you got to understand, when you tell yourself you don't have something, you're basically telling yourself you don't have something. If you're like, man, I need to get this thing, and you keep trying to grab it, you're telling yourself you don't have it, which is keep yourself in the perpetual state of lack, of not having, which means you won't attract it. Because the law of attraction works in a very weird way, is where you only attract the thing that you are, not the things you want. So if you're already in an energy of a lack, you're not going to attract more of what you want, you're going to attract lack. You feel me? So the key is to have the law of assumption, and then you need to have the law of detachment. And this is what I've been learning. You are assuming the thing is already yours. You're assuming this mindset, this lifestyle, this thing, or whatever, this relationship is yours, but you are detached at the same time. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't, maybe it wasn't meant to be, or it happened eventually. And that's the best frame to be in, because you're not attached to any end. There's nothing pulling you in past or present or future, and you are just here. Right now is the only moment that exists as you're watching this video, right? Comment down below, I'm a chosen one. Hit this like and subscribe button if this is also resonating with you. Understand that everything is happening the way it's supposed to, when it's supposed to happen for you, not to you. And when you can allow things to fall and flow together for you, your life will start to become better, because you realize, man, you are in the middle of everything you used to ask for. You are blessed. God has a plan for you. And when you let the shit fall together, bro, I promise you, your life is actually like changing. If you can't see it on the physical, it's definitely happening internally. You might be able to feel it. You might have very vivid dreams, waking up in the middle of the night. You might have to be using the bathroom a lot. You might have a little mini body aches. These little different signs and synchronicities. You might be seeing a lot of repetitive numbers. This is not coincidental. You gotta realize you're in sync with God. When you're in tune with God, bro, you get to experience some out of the normal experiences in this like day-to-day life, especially if you're paying attention. So be aware. Pay attention to what God's showing you. Stay focused, because you are aligned with everything that's in your life. Everything that's happening to you is meant for you. And when you can actually allow that to like flow for you, I promise you everything else is better. You're a chosen one. You can't expect things to always go the way it goes for everybody else. Your life is always going to take a turn. Your life's a movie, man. You guys start saying that my life's a movie. I start saying that my life's a movie. Because you never know where the movie's going to go. You never know where the next turn is. But the next turn is going to be something great, something pivotal, either a lesson or a blessing. And that's the beauty of being a chosen on this journey. You can tap into that version of yourself that's already living that greatness, and just stay in that frequency for as long as you can to get to that desired lifestyle. But you got to figure it out. You're going to see this video 7 days before everything changes for you. Come back and let me know what has happened for you. What have you seen about yourself that's different a week from now? What has changed? What's grown? What have you lost? What relationships that you follow that you didn't expect? Let me know, Alchemist Gang. I love y'all. I hope this video has really resonated with you. Hit the like, subscribe button. See you next video. Peace.